Hello, my name's Karen and welcome to this practice with me. Today we're going to move through every joint in our body and create a little mobility and hopefully a little bit of comfort. Now let go of any expectations, even if you can't sit in a chair, if you're sitting in bed or lying in bed. Whether you can or can't move every joint in the body, it's okay. Give yourself permission to do what you can. And we're going to do some visualizations as well. So this is a practice that is accessible for everyone, whether you can move or not, whether you can move a little or a lot. And we're just going to begin with some breathing. So please, if it's available to you, sit in a chair, sit upright. Otherwise, get someone to place some cushions behind you so your spine can be a little more elevated and the crown reaching up towards the ceiling. Close through your eyes. Let your shoulders drop and your mouth relax. Start to take some even breaths as best we can. Smooth, even breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. If your nose is clear, but otherwise breathing through the mouth will do nicely as well. So smooth on the inhale, smooth on the exhale. And maybe our breath doesn't feel smooth right now, but we're going to work towards that. Because as we start to moderate our breath, as we begin to smooth and lengthen our breath, it helps to calm the nervous system. And a calm nervous system helps us to steady the mind and find some peace and comfort regardless of our situation. All right. Now, if it's a little difficult to take those smooth in breaths, I'm going to invite you to breathe out a little more consciously. Think about your out breath as beginning of the breath cycle. So firstly, we empty the lungs. You could even do that like a sigh. And that makes the maximum space for our new breath to come in. Don't need to work too hard for that. So let's try 5 smooth, even breaths together. Eyes closed. Breathing out completely. And simply softening to let the breath come in. And again, breathing out completely, fully. And softening, allowing the belly to move. Maybe your chest expands. Notice the movement your breath creates. And let's do another 3. Exhale completely. Soft, no hurry as you breathe in. 2 more. Listen for the sound of your breath. Let any external distractions drop away. All right. And as best as we can, we'll try and keep this smooth, even breath with us. If you do nothing more than that, that's already a wonderful practice to help calm the nervous system and steady the mind. But when you are ready, you can open the eyes now and we'll start the moving of our joints. We're going to do some visualization as well. So if you can't move these joints, then just close your eyes and visualize your joints moving. We're going to start with the extremities, down at the toes, and we'll do 1 foot at a time. So if you can see your toes, look down to them, but otherwise just imagine the way the toes look. In fact, close your eyes and visualize your toes flexing and bending. So moving them through their range, flex and bend. And just do that 3 times. In your mind, right foot. And then in your mind, left foot, toes bending and flexing. All right. Open your eyes. And let's go with physical movement if possible. So you could pick up the toes off the floor, keeping the heel on the floor, and curl the toes forward and flex them back and curl them forward and flex them back. Remember, we're just doing the best we can. Let go of expectations. Give yourself permission to just do what you can without any judgment. All right, release that right foot. Notice how it feels, if we've created any sensation or any circulation. Then we'll move to the second side. So begin by lifting the toes, the ball of the foot off the floor, and flexing the toes and curling the toes. And flex and curl. Sometimes we might find that just one of the toes moves. Or maybe we don't have much sensation at all. But even if you're visualizing the movement, think about that as having a benefit, both physically and mentally. All right, relax that left foot down, pause. Again, we close our eyes to check in with breath. Take a deeper breath in. Releasing breath out. All right, and we're going to move up to the next joint, the ankle joint. Let's begin with those visualizations once again. So close your eyes and visualize your ankle joint on the right bending and straightening, or flexing and extending. Just do 3 in your mind. Visualize the ankle moving forward and back, forward and back. And now pause on the right side and bring your awareness to the left ankle. Visualize movement forward and back, forward and back. Just through the range we have. Might be tiny. All right. And now relax that effort. Open your eyes. And we'll try on the right side with some physical movement. So slide your right leg a little straighter. Lift the ball of the foot off the floor. And flex at the ankle. The toes coming towards your shin. And then point through the toes. You can even, if you've got the strength, lift that foot completely off the floor. And flex. And extend. And flex. And extend. And maybe just do 2 or 3. Moving towards 5 if you can. And then place that right foot on the floor, and we'll try on the left. So either keeping the heel on the floor, straighten your left leg a little more, or lifting the heel off the floor. See what movement you have available to you. And as we're moving, just notice how it feels, if we have any feeling at all. Notice if it brings about thoughts or emotions too. And allow for whatever happens. All right, relax that foot on the floor. Take a moment to breathe. We'll close our eyes. Take a slightly deeper breath in. Maybe even a sighing breath out. All right, we're going to stay with the ankles for one more movement. And again, we'll visualize first before moving on. For those of you that don't have any movement in the ankles, perhaps you can visualize the first time and the second time when we move into the second round. All right. Begin by closing your eyes and visualizing your right ankle rotating. Rotating ankle. Maybe just do 3 turns. One way and 3 turns the other. What does it feel like to rotate the ankle? And then you could take that right leg into a nice relaxed position, and in your mind, in your imagination, rotate the left ankle one way and the other way. Focusing just on this task at hand. Let any thoughts of the past or concerns for the future fade to the background. All right, relax the left foot. Open your eyes. Lift the right foot off the floor or bed if you can, and rotate the ankle. I don't know, do you hear my ankle make a noise? Sometimes our joints do make noises. It's okay. Rotate best you can. If you can move the ankle, we'll move it through its range. And I think that motion equals lotion. So as we move our joints, we create a bit of lubrication, we create a bit of hydration, and that helps to increase our comfort. Let's lift the left leg now, if possible. Remember, give yourself permission to do whatever you can, and that might be visualizing movement today. Well, that's perfect. We're taking time out just to be here without judging and to do what we can with mindful breath. All right, and release. Pause. Take a rest. Close your eyes. Deep breath out. Fully exhaling. A soft and gentle breath in. All right, let's move up. Blink your eyes open and bring your awareness to your knees. And we're going to do the same. Visualize some movement and then try the movement itself. If you can reach your knees, you might just pop your hands on your knees. If not, imagine your warm hands, your own healing hands resting on your knees. With the eyes closed, visualize your right knee straightening and bending. Straightening and bending. Straightening and bending. All right, relax that effort and visualize your left knee straightening and bending. Straightening and bending. And one more time. Beautiful. Relax that effort. Open your eyes. And starting on the right side. If you are in bed, you could just slide the heel a little further away from you and then drag it towards you. You can do that if you're on a chair too. If you're able to, for something a little stronger, lift your leg up and straighten the leg and bend the leg and straighten and bend. So just moving our knee joint through the range it's designed to, which is forward and back. You might do 2 or 3 or 4, moving towards 5 if possible. And then we'll relax that effort. Pause. You can rest at any time if you need a longer rest, or if you choose just to visualize, give yourself permission for that. All right. Second side. Straighten and bend. And straighten and bend. Again, might be 3. Might be 4, might be 5. Do what you can. And we might have a different capacity on this second side too. All right, pause, close your eyes, and notice. So far we've moved the toes, the ankles, and the knees through their natural range of motion. And we're going to move up to the next joint in the chain, our hips. All right, when you're ready, blink the eyes open. If it's available to you, you could slide forward a little bit on the chair. Make sure you're feeling safe. If sliding forward's not an option for you, continue to lean, no problem. All right, so our hips, they can move in some nice rotations and some extensions and flexions. We're going to try some rotation. If you're not sure what that would be like, it's this sort of circular movement. But we'll start with some visualization. So close your eyes. Bring your awareness into your right hip. And imagine that right hip rotating a few times one way and a few times the other. Maybe we just rest our awareness in the hips. How do they feel? Can we feel them? All right, and then the left side, imagine some rotation, some turning one way, some turning the other. All right, and then blink your eyes open and we'll try the movement. If you can, you could lift this whole foot off the floor and rotate the hip. It's a little more energetic. Legs are heavy. But do 3 or 4 or 5 rotations one way, 3 or 4 the other way. And if we've been sitting a lot, sometimes this bit of movement around the pelvis is going to help to create a bit more comfort. Otherwise we feel a little bit stiff and the body feels a bit cranky. All right, relax that right leg down and we'll move into the left leg. So if you can pick it up, if you can't, you can just move in and out or whatever movement you can. Give yourself permission to do whatever it is that feels like the right thing at this time. You are unique. Each of us is unique. So doing what we can without force and without strain. All right, close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Take a moment to rest your awareness in the hips. And any sensation, any feeling in the hips, in the pelvis, we're going to move up. And now moving up into the upper body. So blink your eyes open and bring your awareness to your hands, your fingers in fact. We'll do some visualization. First, close our eyes and imagine your fist, or your fingers curling into a fist and then stretching out into a great big fan. And curl and stretch in your mind. 3 times on the right hand and 3 times on the left hand. There's no hurry. But visualize the fingers moving, opening and closing. All right. Now blink your eyes open. Let's try some movement. You can just hug your right elbow in so the arm doesn't feel so heavy. If you're looking for something a bit more energetic, you could straighten your arm out. Try and keep your shoulders relaxed though. And now hug your thumb or just hug your fingers in. And then stretch your fingers away and hug and stretch, bringing some circulation and hydration to those right fingers. And then relax. And second side, either arm lengthened or keep the arm closer to you so it's not quite as taxing on your arm muscles. And stretch and curl, stretch and curl. So that's all of our fingers and those joints moving. And then hands back onto your lap or the legs, close our eyes and just notice, how do the fingers feel? How do they feel? Do we have some feeling? Can we feel the right hand, the left hand? Be curious without judging, without comparing. You might have someone that's helping you to open and close your hand, your fingers, and that's equally as valid. All right, blink your eyes open. We're going to move into wrist joints now. So I want you in a moment to visualize wrist rotation, and we'll do that with fists gently closed. So when you're ready, close your eyes and visualize the right wrist rotating, turning. So make a soft fist in your mind and rotate your right wrist 3 times one way, 3 times the other. Okay. And then to your second side. In your mind, visualize left wrist rotating 3 times one way, 3 times the other way. All right, pause. Blink your eyes open. Let's try for physical movement. So hugging gently, soft fist, and rotate the wrist. Just as we did in the last round. If your arm gets a bit tired, you can rest your arm or bring it in closer. Or if you're looking for something a little more warming and energetic, maybe we straighten the arm out. But do anywhere between 1 and 5 rotations. And then relax. And the other one, rotation. One way, the other way. And relax. All right. Close your eyes. Let that warmth and that circulation, any sensation, let that be absorbed by the body. A moment just to pause, especially if you're getting tired. All right. Listen to your breath. Relax your breath. And hear your body breathing. All right, blink your eyes open. We're going to move up to the next joint, our elbow joints. And elbows bend and extend. And we're going to visualize that movement, both on the right arm and the left arm, before we try the physical movement. So close your eyes. Check in with your jaw, your lips, your tongue. Relax your face. Relax your shoulders. And in your mind, visualize right elbow bending and straightening, bending and straightening, bending and straightening. And then bring your awareness into the left arm and visualize bending, straightening, bending, straightening, bending, straightening. Beautiful. Blink your eyes open. Let's try for physical movement. Beginning with the right arm, turn your palm up, bend the elbow, straighten the elbow. If you need some help, you can support that arm with your left hand. Bend and straighten. Anywhere between 1 and 5. And then place that arm down, and second arm, left arm, bend and straighten. Whether you're adding support or whether the arm is doing it on its own. Beautiful. And then relax. Hands to the knees. Close your eyes. A moment to breathe. Listening to breath. Getting into finding the rhythm of breath, smooth and even. So we're going to move up now to our shoulder joints. We're really journeying around the whole body. So blink your eyes open. Our shoulders can move in a lot of directions. So we're going to start just by visualizing a rotation for shoulders. Circles, one way, circles the other. And then we're going to elevate and depress. So shoulders up around the ears and depress. And then we'll even try the shoulder blades moving in and out. But first, let's start with a visualization of that movement. Close your eyes and visualize your shoulders rotating. You can do just the right one to start with. Forward and back rotations. And then the left one in your mind, in your imagination. Visualize the left shoulder moving. Come back to both shoulders, elevating and down, depressing. Lift the shoulders up towards your ears and drop them down. In your mind, in your visualization, up and down. Now what about now trying to bring the shoulder blades towards each other and away? That's a bit trickier. In your mind, just let the shoulders move around in whichever direction you can imagine. All right, and then blink your eyes open. Let's try some of that movement physically. So start with the right shoulder. If it's challenging for you to do just the one, why not go for both at once? Any movement is good. Move to the second shoulder, forward and back. Or both, forward and back. There's no wrong here. All right, beautiful. What about shoulder blades together and apart? Together and apart. Lovely. All right. So now we're going to move up to our neck and head. Close your eyes. You know what we're up to by now. We'll visualize. So visualize your head and neck taking a gentle circle. Now sometimes a full circle is not appropriate. Maybe it creates discomfort, pain, force. Let that go. But in our mind we're visualizing the full circles. 3 in one direction and 3 in the other. Chin to chest, chin up, across and down. In your mind, visualize that movement of neck. And now come back in your mind to a neutral position. Open your eyes. And we'll start just by bringing the chin towards the chest. Lifting the chin up a little way to the ceiling. Coming back to neutral. Doing a little circle, semicircle, just the bottom part of the circle. See if you can move your head from side to side. if it feels okay, you could try taking a bit of a full circle. See how that feels. One way and the other. Lovely. You might hear some noises when you're moving your neck around. That's natural. Come back to center. Take a deep breath in and out. Now we've done toes, ankles, knees, hips, fingers, wrists, elbows, shoulders, neck. The last movements are going to be around our spine. If it's available to you to sit forward a little bit, try that. If not, it's fine. Do what you can. We're going to visualize the spine moving forward and back. So lifting the heart, arching the spine, and then rounding forward, pulling the navel in, head down. So please close your eyes and visualize in your mind's eye your spine moving forward and back, forward and back. And just a few. Moving the spine helps us feel a little more vital. All right. And then in your mind, come back to neutral, blink your eyes open. And we'll try that again, but this time physical movement. So see if you can get a sense of your spine moving forward and back. Even if it's not, maintain the visualization. Give yourself permission to do whatever you can without judgment, without expectation, being in the moment, accepting what is. All right, return to center. Our spine can do another movement, not just forward and back, but it can do a twist as well. So we're going to visualize twisting. All right, so after visualizing our twist, now let's move into physical movement. So from blinking your eyes open, let's begin with a twist to the right. Now, you could take hold of your chair, left hand to right knee, sitting tall as we can and turning from navel. If you're lying in bed, you could just try bringing the knees a little closer to the chest and twisting them over to the right. Or wherever you're at in your twist, take 3 breaths in and out. A nice massage for our organs of digestion and elimination. It's so lovely for the spine to get a bit of this rotation. Let's inhale to the center, pause, adjust, and when you're ready, we'll twist to the left. It's important to look in the direction we're asking the body to go. So, right hand to left knee, holding your chair, the arm of your chair, the back of your chair, or just drawing the knees over to the left a little. We'll draw in through the waist, turn from the ribs and look back over your left shoulder. Stay 3 breaths. Smooth, even breathing, giving yourself permission to just visualize this movement if physical movement is not available. And then return to center. All right, we've moved every joint in the body in every direction it's designed to. So take a moment now just to let all of that information settle into the body. Lean back into your bed or into your chair. Please close through your eyes. Soften the jaw, the lips, the tongue. Relax any effort. And take a few moments just to be rather than do. Notice if this practice together of moving joints with mindful awareness has created any shift or change in how we feel physically, mentally, or energetically. And really importantly, thank yourself for this effort, for this show of love, for a moment of self-care. When you're ready, blink the eyes open. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Namaste.